Have you ever wondered what makes women tick? Today, we're diving into 11 astonishing psychological facts about women that will completely transform the way you see relationships. These are secrets 97% of men miss, and they're often the reason for rejection. But guess what? By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to stand out in the top 5% who truly get it. And ladies, don't go anywhere. These insights aren't just for men. They'll help you unlock your own magnetic charm. Let's dive in. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss out on videos that level up your relationships and mindset. And if you're pumped to uncover these psychological secrets, smash that like button right now. It helps us bring you more incredible content. Think we nailed it? Drop a 1 in the comments. Got feedback? Type Z. And let us know how we can improve. Psychological fact number 1. Smell is the secret to love. Here's a wild question for you. What if the key to making someone fall for you isn't how you look or what you say, but how you smell? Sounds unbelievable, right? But stick around because science says it's true, and understanding this could completely change the way you approach attraction. Picture this. You're on a first date. You've nailed the outfit, rehearsed your jokes, and even double-checked your breath. Everything seems perfect. But for some reason, the chemistry isn't clicking. What if the problem wasn't what you did, but a subtle, invisible signal you didn't even realize you were sending? Turns out, our sense of smell plays a bigger role in attraction than we ever thought. According to a groundbreaking study by the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, a woman's affection for a man can increase by an astonishing 85.5% if she enjoys his scent. Why? Women have 50% more olfactory neurons than men, which makes them much more sensitive to smells. But it's not just about smelling nice, it's about evoking emotion. The sense of smell is deeply tied to the limbic system, the part of the brain that governs memory and emotion. A good scent doesn't just make her think, he smells nice. It creates a feeling she'll remember. So how do you turn this knowledge into action? First, choose fragrances that are known to be universally appealing. Scents like sandalwood, cedarwood, and citrus are not just classic. They're scientifically proven to evoke feelings of warmth, confidence, and cleanliness. But here's the trick. Don't just pick a fragrance at random. Find one that matches your personality. Are you the adventurous type? Go for something bold and woodsy. More laid back? A fresh citrus scent might be your vibe. And here's a bonus tip. Don't overdo it. A light, subtle application is far more effective than drowning yourself in cologne. The goal is to intrigue her, not overwhelm her senses. A well-chosen scent is like a secret handshake. It's memorable, intimate, and personal. Here's the bottom line. A great scent isn't just about smelling good. It's about creating a connection that lingers in her mind. So the next time you're picking out a fragrance, remember, you're not just choosing cologne, you're choosing an invisible signature that could spark attraction in ways you never imagined. And stay tuned, because later in this video, we'll reveal the most effective fragrances that women find irresistible. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Psychological fact number 2. Confidence beats cockiness. Let me ask you this. What's more attractive? Someone who walks into a room like they own the place, or someone who's quietly confident, commanding respect without saying a word? Here's the deal. Confidence is irresistible, but arrogance? That's a one-way ticket to rejection. The difference is subtle, but it can make or break your chances. Imagine you're on a date. You're trying to impress with it, so you talk about your achievements, your successes, maybe even drop a few humble brags. She smiles politely, but you notice her body language, arms crossed, eyes darting around the room. By the end of the date, she's busy next weekend. What went wrong? You thought you were being confident, but you may have come across as cocky. Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. It's a mistake many people make. Here's what you need to know. Confidence is magnetic because it shows self-assurance and security. Women are drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin. But here's the catch. Confidence without humility can easily be mistaken for arrogance. What's the difference? Confidence says, I know my worth. Arrogance says, I'm better than you. And trust me, women can smell the difference from a mile away. The secret sauce is pairing confidence with respect and a touch of vulnerability. So, How do you strike that perfect balance? Start by showing respect in your conversations. Instead of dominating the dialogue, ask her about her thoughts, opinions, and passions. Listen, really listen. This shows that you value her as an equal, not just someone to impress. Next, don't be afraid to show a little vulnerability. It's not a weakness, it's a strength. Share a story about a challenge you faced or a lesson you learned. For example, instead of boasting about a big win at work, you might say, "I faced a huge hurdle on this project, but it taught me to think creatively and stay calm under pressure." Vulnerability makes you relatable and builds trust. And here's a bonus tip: watch her body language. If she's leaning in, smiling, or maintaining eye contact, you're doing something right. But if she's crossing her arms or avoiding eye contact, it's time to recalibrate. Pay attention to these cues. They're like a GPS for attraction. Here's the bottom line. True confidence isn't about impressing others. It's about being comfortable with who you are while lifting others up. When you pair confidence with respect and vulnerability, you create a powerful combination that's hard to resist. So next time you're in a conversation, remember, it's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about making her feel heard. And stay tuned, because the next psychological fact will reveal an often overlooked sign that a woman is into you. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Psychological fact number 3. She feels it before she says it. Did you know that most women decide if they're into someone before they even say a word about it? Yep, she's probably already felt the chemistry, or the lack of it, long before you get a clue. Here's the kicker. Understanding this could be your golden ticket to standing out in her mind. Think back to a time you were talking to someone you really liked. Everything seemed to be going fine, but suddenly the vibe changed. She started pulling away, and you couldn't figure out why. You're left wondering, what did I do wrong? Here's the thing, it might not be what you said, but what you didn't notice. Women often rely on subtle feelings and unspoken cues to gauge chemistry, and if you miss them, you might miss your chance. Here's a fascinating fact. 68% of women say they'd consider a romantic connection if they felt a spark of chemistry first. But here's the twist. They won't always tell you outright. Why? Because women often let their emotions and intuition guide them before putting those feelings into words. This means your job isn't just to say the right things. It's to make her feel something first. Chemistry isn't built with flashy lines or grand gestures. It's about creating a connection that resonates on a deeper level. So, how do you stand out and create that spark? Start with genuine curiosity. Instead of generic small talk, ask her questions that matter. Questions about her dreams, her passions, and the things that make her light up. For example, instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" try, "What's the most exciting part of your day?" It shows you're interested in her and not just making conversation. Next, give compliments that are specific and meaningful. Skip the obvious, like, "You're pretty." Instead, say something like, "You have a great sense of humor. It's so refreshing." Compliments like this show you're paying attention and appreciating her unique qualities. Finally, master the art of subtle flirting. You don't need cheesy pickup lines. Instead, use playful banter or light teasing. For example, if she mentions her love for coffee, you could say, "Ah, a coffee enthusiast. I knew you had good taste." This keeps the conversation fun and engaging without coming on too strong. Here's what to remember. Women feel it before they say it. It's not about impressing her with words. It's about creating a vibe that makes her feel seen, valued, and connected. The magic happens when you genuinely care about who she is and show it through your actions and words. Stay tuned, because in the next section, we'll uncover a surprising phenomenon that makes women even more drawn to you. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Psychological fact number 4. The pre-selection effect. Have you ever noticed how some guys seem to effortlessly attract attention wherever they go? They're not necessarily the best looking or the richest, but there's just something about them that makes women take notice. What if I told you it's not luck? It's science? It's called the pre-selection effect, and it's a game changer. Imagine this. You're at a party and there's one guy surrounded by women, laughing, chatting, completely at ease. Meanwhile, you're on the sidelines, wondering what makes him so magnetic. Is it his charisma? His looks? Actually, it might be something much simpler. He's benefiting from the pre-selection effect. Women see other women interested in him and suddenly he seems more attractive. Why? Because if he's already chosen, he must have qualities worth noticing. Sound unfair? Maybe, but here's the good news. You can use this to your advantage. Ethically and authentically. The pre-selection effect is rooted in evolutionary psychology. Women are naturally drawn to men who other women find desirable because it signals quality, traits like confidence, kindness, and social value. It's like social proof in relationships. If others vouch for you, you're seen as a safer, more appealing choice. But here's the key. It's not about being flashy or manipulating situations. It's about building genuine connections that naturally showcase your value. So, how can you tap into the pre-selection effect without coming across as insincere? The secret lies in cultivating authentic friendships with women. Here's how. 1. Be genuine. Don't build friendships just to boost your social appeal. Instead, focus on creating meaningful connections. Women can tell when someone's being insincere and nothing will ruin your credibility faster. 2. Expand your social circles. Make an effort to join mixed gender groups. Whether it's a hobby group, a team, or a social event, having female friends in your life naturally signals that you're approachable and likable. 3. Showcase respect. Treat your female friends with kindness and respect, and others will notice. Women are highly perceptive, and how you treat people says a lot about you. And here's a bonus. When you're out in social settings with female friends, it creates a relaxed, positive energy around you. Women notice that, and it draws them in, not because you're using your friends, but because it highlights your ability to form strong, healthy connections. Here's the big takeaway. The pre-selection effect isn't about faking popularity or manipulating attention. It's about building a life full of authentic, meaningful relationships. When women see that you're already valued by others, it's a natural signal of your character and appeal. Remember, connection is king. And in the next section, we're diving into a subtle yet powerful way women show their interest, one you absolutely don't want to miss. Psychological fact number 5, teasing signals attraction. Have you ever been teased by a woman and wondered, is she flirting or just being playful? Here's the exciting truth. Teasing is often a green light, a subtle, playful way of saying, hey, I'm interested, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Let's break it down. Imagine you're on a coffee date, and she looks at your latte and says with a smirk, wow, a pumpkin spice latte? So basic. You freeze for a second, unsure if she's mocking you or just having fun. Sound familiar? It's easy to overthink moments like this, but chances are she's not insulting your coffee choice. She's testing your sense of humor and trying to build a playful connection. Teasing, when done right, is a sign she feels comfortable with you, and maybe even likes you. Here's why teasing works. It's all about breaking the ice and building rapport. Women often use teasing to gauge your personality. Are you confident enough to laugh at yourself? Do you have a sense of humor? It's like an emotional litmus test. And if you pass, it can deepen your connection. A little playful banter shows her you're fun, relaxed, and confident enough to not take yourself too seriously. Plus, it creates a lighthearted, flirty atmosphere that makes the interaction memorable. So, how should you respond when she teases you? Here's the golden rule. Don't get defensive. Instead, play along. Here's how. 1. Acknowledge the joke. If she calls your coffee order basic, laugh and say, guilty as charged, but hey, consistency is key. It shows you're confident enough to roll with the punches. 2. Tease back gently. Keep it light and fun. If she teases you about being a coffee snob, you might reply, well, someone has to teach you the difference between a latte and a cappuccino. The key is to keep the tone playful, not mean-spirited. 3. Compliment through the tease. Teasing can also be an opportunity to sneak in a compliment. For instance, if she jokes about your fancy choice of drink, you could say, well, it's clear one of us has refined taste. You'll catch up someday. This keeps the banter fun while subtly showing admiration. Remember, teasing is a two-way street. Be observant of her reactions. If she laughs and continues the banter, you're in a good place. If she seems uncomfortable, ease up and shift the tone. Here's what makes teasing so powerful. It's not just about the joke. It's about creating a shared moment of laughter and connection. So, the next time she teases you, Take it as a good sign and an opportunity to show off your confidence and humor. And stay tuned, because up next, we're diving into a fascinating way women communicate interest without ever saying a word. You won't want to miss it. Psychological fact number 6, the language of body signals. Did you know that most of what women are telling you isn't spoken out loud? That's right. When it comes to attraction, words are just the surface. The real conversation is happening in body language. And if you're not paying attention, you're missing half the story. Picture this, you're having a great conversation with someone you're interested in. She's smiling, playing with her hair, and holding eye contact, but you're so focused on finding the perfect thing to say that you miss all the unspoken signals she's sending. Then, out of nowhere, the vibe shifts. She seems less engaged, maybe even distant. What happened? Here's the truth. By not noticing her body language, you might have unintentionally sent the message that you're not interested. Sound familiar? Here's the deal. Women are experts at using subtle, nonverbal cues to communicate interest. Why? Because body language is often safer and more natural than being overly direct. For example, leaning in during a conversation, brushing her hair back, or holding steady eye contact are often signs she's engaged and interested. But here's the flip side. If you don't pick up on these cues, she might assume you're not into her, and she'll pull back. Understanding this silent language can make all the difference in building a deeper connection. So, how can you learn to read and respond to these signals like a pro? Here are 3 simple steps. 1. Look for positive cues. Pay attention to open and inviting gestures. Is she leaning toward you, smiling while you speak, making consistent eye contact? These are all signs she's comfortable and engaged. 2. Don't ignore negative signals. On the flip side, crossed arms, lack of eye contact, or stepping back might indicate discomfort or disinterest. If you notice these cues, gently shift the conversation to make her feel more at ease. 3. Respond thoughtfully. If she's showing signs of interest, don't just sit there, reciprocate. Lean in slightly, hold her gaze, or smile back. But remember, subtlety is key. Overanalyzing every movement or trying to force the moment will only create awkwardness. And here's a pro tip. Context matters. Sometimes a crossed arm doesn't mean she's closed off. She might just be cold. Learn to read the room and don't jump to conclusions. Here's the beauty of body language. It's an unspoken connection that can deepen trust and attraction if you're paying attention. So, the next time you're in a conversation, focus less on what you're going to say next and more on how she's responding. Sometimes, the quietest signals speak the loudest. And if these insights are blowing your mind, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which fact has been your favorite so far. Up next, we're talking about a powerful psychological truth that can change the way you approach intimacy. Don't miss it. Psychological fact number 7, she cares about her appearance. Here's something most people don't talk about. Women often put a huge amount of thought into their appearance, especially in moments that matter most. And here's the kicker. One simple compliment could mean the difference between her feeling insecure or absolutely radiant. Let me show you how powerful this can be. Imagine this. You're about to go out for a special evening, and she's been getting ready for what feels like hours. When she finally walks out, she looks incredible, like she stepped out of a magazine. But instead of saying anything, you think, she knows she looks great. Spoiler alert, she doesn't always know. Women often worry about the little details, her dress, her makeup, her hair, and whether they're even being noticed. A missed opportunity for a compliment can leave her wondering if her effort was worth it. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. Women often see their appearance as a reflection of their effort and how much they care. This is especially true during intimate or important moments. A compliment isn't just about noticing how she looks. It's about acknowledging the thought and care she's put into presenting herself. This kind of validation can skyrocket her confidence and make her feel more comfortable, appreciated, and excited to be around you. So, how can you make sure she feels amazing in her own skin? It's all about intentional compliments. Here's how to do it. 1. Be specific. Instead of a generic "you look nice," focus on something particular. For example, say, "That color really brings out your eyes," or "Your hair looks incredible tonight." This shows you've truly noticed her effort. 2. Time it right. Compliments are most impactful when they're timely. Don't wait until the end of the night. Tell her as soon as you notice. Imagine how much better she'll feel starting the evening on a high note. 3. Keep it genuine. Don't overdo it or sound rehearsed. A heartfelt, simple statement like, "Wow, you look stunning," can go a long way when it's authentic. And here's a pro tip. Compliment her even in casual moments. If she's wearing a comfy outfit but still looks cute, say so. It shows you notice her beauty beyond the effort and the makeup. Here's what to remember. A well-timed compliment isn't just about words. It's a way to make her feel valued and confident. And when she feels good about herself, the connection between you only grows stronger. So the next time she steps out looking amazing, don't just think it, say it. Trust me, it's the easiest way to make her night unforgettable. And speaking of unforgettable moments, stick around, because up next we'll dive into a powerful emotional truth that deepens intimacy like nothing else. You won't want to miss it. Psychological fact number 8, emotional intimacy first. Here's a secret most people overlook. For many women, emotional connection is the foundation of attraction. It's not just about looks or charm. If she doesn't feel emotionally secure, the spark might never ignite. So, how do you build that emotional connection? Stick around, because this one is a relationship game changer. Imagine this. You're on a date and you've nailed the basics. Great conversation, a few laughs, even a shared dessert. But when it's time to move the connection forward, she seems hesitant, distant, or unsure. You start wondering, did I say something wrong? Did I miss a cue? Here's the truth. It might not be what you said at all. Women often need to feel emotionally connected and secure before they're ready to take the next step, whether that's sharing personal stories, deepening the relationship, or exploring physical intimacy. Here's why emotional intimacy is so powerful. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you make her feel. Women are wired to seek emotional safety and connection first, and for good reason. Emotional intimacy lays the groundwork for trust, understanding, and a deeper bond. When she feels safe to open up and share her feelings with you, it creates a foundation for something much stronger than surface-level attraction. This is why patience and genuine effort to connect on a deeper level matter more than any fancy gesture or pickup line. So, how do you build emotional intimacy and make her feel secure in your presence? Here are 3 actionable tips. 1. Be an active listener. When she talks, really listen. Put away distractions, make eye contact, and show her you're fully present. Use phrases like, "That's really interesting, tell me more," or "How did that make you feel?" This shows that you value her thoughts and emotions. 2. Show empathy. If she shares a problem or frustration, resist the urge to jump straight into solutions. Instead, acknowledge her feelings. For example, say, "That sounds really tough. I'm sorry you had to go through that." Empathy helps her feel understood and validated. 3. Open up yourself. Emotional intimacy is a two-way street. Share your own feelings, experiences, or challenges. When you show vulnerability, it creates a safe space for her to do the same. For instance, if she's talking about a tough week, you might share a similar experience and how it affected you. And here's a bonus tip. Be patient. Emotional intimacy isn't built overnight. Give her the time and space to feel comfortable sharing her thoughts and feelings with you. Here's the bottom line. Emotional intimacy is the glue that holds meaningful connections together. When you take the time to understand her, listen with empathy, and create a safe space for her to be herself, you're building something far deeper than surface-level attraction. So remember, slow down, connect, and let the relationship grow naturally. Up next, we're diving into a fascinating psychological insight about how women's friendships can impact your relationship dynamic. You won't want to miss this one. Psychological fact number 9. Friends matter more. Ever feel like her friends come first? It's not a competition. Women often turn to their closest friends for emotional support. Encourage her friendships and build a strong connection with her. It'll only strengthen your bond. Psychological fact number 10. The free meal trap. Surveys show 38% of women have gone on dates just for the free meal. Ouch, right? To avoid this, look for signs of genuine interest. Is she curious about your life? Does she ask thoughtful questions? If not, it might be time to move on. Psychological fact number 11. Approach her when she's upset. Here's a golden rule. When she's upset, don't give her space. Approach her calmly, acknowledge her feelings, and listen. Women value emotional validation. It shows you care and strengthens your connection. And there you have it. 11 psychological facts about women that can change your life. Remember, the key to successful relationships is understanding, empathy, and mutual respect. If you found this video helpful, hit like and subscribe for more insights. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep growing and connecting.